So I've never in my life cried as much as I have within the last few months, bro. And this month has been the hardest month in my life, bro. I ain't had to face literal homelessness, okay? Like I was literally facing that shit, and I said was because my father came through for me. Yes, he did. Um no, it wasn't the way that I expected it, or the way that I kind of thought it would go. It was all unexpected. Okay, just the way it went, it was, bro. I don't even know how to explain this. I have no earthly idea really how to explain this. Okay, so as usual, what's easy for me is just flowing by way of the spirit. I have no notes. I have nothing written down, but I have a whole lot in my spirit and on my heart, on my mind. Tiggy. I'm recording. I'm recording. And I'm sure people can hear you. Can you go play or something, please, so I can record? I'm recording right now. Okay? You chill. You a little too rowdy. Go play. Now, yeah, I have a praise report. But I want to talk about this suffering and all the crying that I did earlier today in frustration. Literally asking the Father, like, what the fuck, Father? Like, I'm gonna keep it real, okay? I literally said, what the F, Father? Like, I'm human, like, I'm human, Father. Have mercy, okay? Like, it is the 28th. Like, what are you doing to me? Like, seriously, I didn't cuss the Father out, but I kept it real, okay? I'm like, Father, I know you called me to do this. I know what you spoke to my spirit. I know you're not going to let me be homeless, because that's not in my spirit that's going to happen. It's in my spirit that somehow, some way, I'm not going to be homeless, okay? Like, bruh. But I can't see it in my physical life, all right? I cannot see it, Father. Where is it? Where are you? I know you're there. I feel your presence. I'm human. Can you have mercy on me, please? It is the 28th, Father. I literally have till the freaking 6th before they're going to be knocking on my door, all right? And then, yesterday and today, I was thinking, I'm like, bro, I don't even have till the 6th or the 5th or even the 4th, because the 4th of July is a freaking holiday. The office is closed on Wednesday, and the 6th is the actual day that it was set for eviction. Let me go get this cat. Hold on. Definitely time out. You are way too rowdy right now. You're doing way too much, Tiger. Way too much, boy. Chill your ass out. Time out. God dang, bro. This cat. I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back. Whew, bruh. You ever know when something is deep in your spirit and you freaking know it, okay? You know that you're doing what you've been called to do, all right? But yet your physical life is hell. You can't physically see the outcome of trusting what the Most High, eternal living power, spoke to your spirit. Yet the work that you're doing is bearing record, and you have been given the confirmation and a validation. The validation and confirmation all over the place, right? Bro, it's the 28th, okay? It's Wednesday today. Like I said earlier today, I was crying. I was bawling my eyes out. I was talking to my ex-girlfriend as she sent me tobacco, okay? Just the other video that I released yesterday, I believe it was, or was it today? Was it today? I don't remember. Man, I don't even remember. Oh, yeah, I think it was today. Yeah. So anyway, early this morning, where the video is talking about how she sent me TP, okay? Like when she sent me that TP, I was on my last roll. Now keep in mind, I did not ask. I didn't ask. I never ask, bro. I don't ask people for stuff, okay? I am not the type that likes to go ask people. Alright, I don't. But what the Father has called me to do is to put my life on this channel, okay? This includes my circumstances, alright? I am to include my circumstances, how I'm living, as I give you this word by the way of the Spirit. And as He continue to freaking download information to me, and I continue to elevate as I'm obedient. Now I'm gonna keep it real with you. He just put this on my spirit, and because I'm real, and I always got a mirror, looking at me as I get on here on this platform to speak to the public, to speak to the world. All right, fasting. Now that's been in my spirit to really do for a long time. Okay, since last year at least. I had a desire to do a fruit fast last year, and I never did it. Okay, I had the same desire this year, and I even had the cannabis. Like I said, if I have cannabis, if I have tobacco, I can do it, no problem. I said that, but bruh, even though I had the cannabis and I had the tobacco, I was still stressing about shit. Okay, it was still a period of time where I was going through hell. Okay, I think it was with the brew community or something like that. I was dealing with all of this stress. All right, and so when I'm already dealing with shit, when I'm already putting up with so much, bro, it is really hard to add to that. So anyway, I'm not trying to make no excuses. Okay, I'm trying to make a point that elevation requires obedience, okay? And I have been stagnant in the 220s in my weight. It's fluctuated, all the way down to 220, and it fluctuates, it has fluctuated all the way up to 228, all right? And that was the time before last that I went to the doctor. And then the last time I went to the doctor, it was 222, I believe. I think it was 222, 221 or 222. I rather exaggerate up than down. I'm thinking it was 221, but it could have been 222. But it wasn't. It definitely wasn't 223. But anyway, that's irrelevant. That was my actual point, is that elevation requires obedience, okay? And if I want to get past the 220s, I must fast. okay, and if I want to elevate a little higher in the spirit as well. Fasting is amazing, okay, because it it helps you overcome so much. And I think this gave a helping hand to me overcoming sexual immorality. In all honesty, okay, I fasted and I prayed about it, all right? And this was during the time I was still ingesting freaking blood through milk, okay? I know that sounds grotesque, okay? Let me explain myself. I used to drink 2% milk, okay? I loved cereal. I ate cereal all the time, alright? It was like a snack for me, okay? I would put me some sugar in it, alright? I always add sugar to my freaking cereal unless it was a super sweet cereal, then I didn't do that. But most of the time, actually, yeah, most of the time, yeah, I always added a little bit of sugar because I wanted my milk sweet, okay? I'm just keeping it real, alright? And anyway, I bought the milk from places like Walmart, you know, I'm just keeping it normal, alright? This is what I did, okay? That milk is mass produced, okay? The cows are strapped to machines, alright? They develop sores, is pus and blood all up in that milk. I'm showing you images of it now. This is not going to be a podcast. This is actually going to be a video, because there's things I need to show you, okay? I'm going to show you this tobacco that my ex-girlfriend sent me. I'm going to show you pictures of the TP that she sent me. And keep in mind, all the stuff that she sent me is so much better quality than I bought for myself, okay? And I want to make it clear that I did not ask her, okay? I didn't even know she was sending it to me. She just told me that she's sending it to me, okay? This is how she's always done, alright? I've never asked her for anything. But except for pies and shit like that. You know, I asked her to bake me a pie, you know. And she has, you know, a few times. But I don't mean to get sidetracked and get off track, alright? But anyway, bro. I said all of that to say, I am a servant of the living power. And yes, the living power is taking care of me, but it's not without suffering. It's not without going through great turmoil. And this fire, okay? Sometimes I ask the Father why. And why does it have to take so long, Father? Why keep me on the edge of my seat like this, okay? Like, I'm human, Father. Have mercy upon me. I'm being obedient to what you told me. I have not deviated from what you said to me and what you've caused me to change within myself. The only thing that I haven't followed through with and or done is the fasting, okay? And that has nothing to do with the Father taking care of me, but it does have everything to do with staying stagnant at 220, alright? My body needs another freaking detox, alright? I have to detox in order to kickstart it again, to start, you know, losing this weight, alright? That's what I did before, and I went all the way down from freaking 370 freaking 376, somewhere around in there. I don't even remember now. I was damn near 400 freaking pounds, okay? Could barely get around. So, I didn't even know I had lost over 100 something pounds, so I went to this clinic that I'm going to now. So, yeah, bro. Back to the story on how I'm going to be able to pay my rent tomorrow. So, I got an anonymous donation again in email. The first one was for $180. It got hacked, okay, because of the vanilla card customer service people. Apparently, it was the wrong number. Well, the number that was included with the card details in the first email ended in 08, okay? And when I called that number, See, I didn't call the number at first. At first, I used a card to pay the past due internet for last month. That was due on May 30th. Okay, that had never gotten paid. Um, and ironically, they didn't add a late fee. So you see, this is led by way of the Spirit. Okay, I didn't understand the last 2 months why they didn't add a late fee, even though the payment was hella freaking late. Okay, I've been making these payments hella freaking late because I've been waiting on the Father to supply it. Okay, I literally, bro, like, oh my God, I don't know how else to explain this. I was born in poverty, okay? And I have been instructed by the Father, by the eternal living power, to put my trust and faith in Him, okay? You know, my Maker. Where is my lighter? So, yes, I'm going to smoke a cigarette. And this is some really good tobacco that my ex-girlfriend sent me. And I keep calling her that because I want to make it clear, you know, who she is to me. All right, she's not just a friend. And she was more than a friend, and she still is more than a friend. We're just not dating. We're not together like that. But I love her, and she's shown more love to me than even my own family. Okay, yes, my family has shown love to me, but I feel like a lot of times they did a lot of things out of what they felt to be obligation, you know, and or sometimes out of love. I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't gonna you know, sit here and say that, you know, they never did it out of love, you know. But as far as loving me the way that they love themselves, she has always done that. Okay? She's always looked out for me like how she will look out for herself. That's the difference, okay? So I wanted to make that clear. And this is a Gentile. Outward package speaking, you know. So-called white person, okay? And she has always treated me the way she would want to be treated. And I was the one that mistreated her, okay? As far as our relationship. And I didn't even mean to talk about this, alright? I was trying to talk about the praise report. But it led this way. So and I don't want to keep this long, so let me hurry up and try to wrap this up, since I am not going to have this be a podcast and actually a physical video. But I'll tell y'all right now that I'm probably just going to keep one slide for a while, you know, like this is my life or something like that, bro, because I cannot tell you how tedious this job is that I'm doing for the kingdom. Okay, when I'm building the videos, it is really difficult, alright? I love doing it, don't get me wrong, but it's tedious and it takes a lot of time. Yesterday, I worked from the morning all the way till damn near midnight, okay? More than a 12-hour shift, alright? This is how diligent I am in what the Father has called me to do, alright? That was working on the video that I just released earlier today, alright? That was last night that I worked. Yesterday, I worked all day and all night on that, okay? And when I woke up this morning, I finished the last minute or so and exported it. Then I had to freaking convert it down, so because it was over 2 gigabytes, so I had to convert it down so that it was under 2 gigabytes, you know, so it wouldn't take so long to upload to YouTube. So I do this work because It's what I'm called to do, all right? And I love it. I love working for my father, mother. I love working for the eternal living power, okay? And I was prepared for this. I don't say this in arrogance. My life has been hell on this earth. And I still go through hell on this earth. This whole month has been hell for me. Okay? Though I'm bringing this word, I'm literally living in hell. Okay? Suffering. Smoking butts. Alright? For 3 days, I was smoking butts. It tastes like a freaking ashtray. Okay? My mouth felt like an ashtray. I had ash, my fingers were black. Okay? Had ashy hands and crap dealing with a freaking ashtray. But, alright? Disgusting. Okay? I did not enjoy that. I don't enjoy smoking, this cannabis that seemed like it had a lot of chemicals on it, but it was all I could get because it's only $20, for an ounce. Like, bruh, it ain't pleasurable to me, okay? I would love to have some premium bud, alright? Now, the shake that I had gotten from the same place before was pure. But this last shit, I don't know what the hell this last shit was, but that for that ounce for $20, that had a lot of chemicals on it. I know the difference, okay? When I roll that up and smoke it in a joint, the ash looks more toxic than a freaking cigarette ash, okay? And when it's pure, the ash is white. It don't have all of that freaking... The ash is not black, okay? Like a freaking cigarette, alright? Is white. It's pure ash, alright? It's pure. So that's how you know the herb is pure. So anyway, bro, that's what I smoked all months. When I got that like toward the end of April, and so that's all I've had. And so I smoked that plus all the freaking roaches. I'm out of herb now, But I have been blessed, by that anonymous donation to my email. It was card details, and like I said, the first time it was $180. I was only able to use $54 and some change to pay the internet, okay? And I paid that. The power went out freaking Sunday morning, and the next thing I know, when it comes back on, which was Thursday, I look up the card info, and there should have been $125 left on the card. I had been trying to see. I was trying to get a card sent to me. All right, so it was it should have been $125 on the card, right? But when I called the customer service number ending in 08. This was a team of fraudsters, okay? It was a customer service team of fraudsters for the vanilla card. And I didn't know that, okay? So, anyway, bro, they tell you to give them the card numbers, to activate the card. Alright, and because I never done anything, and I never received a donation via email before, and it was dire for me to get a physical card so that I could get a money order, because I could not take the details of that card to Walmart, even though I was assured by the agent that Friday before the power outage. Okay, so the Friday before the power outage on the 18th, that agent had told me that as long as I have the confirmation number in the all the details for the card. The card number, the expiration date, the security number on the back, along with the confirmation number. I should be able to get a money order. That's what I was told by the agent. All right. But he said that he could send a physical card out to me and that it should arrive to me within 3 business days. Okay. That's what I was told by that agent. All right. And so I did all of that, gave him the card details, and thought I was activating the card and getting a card sent out to me. All right. Not even remembering the fact that, hey, I did use the card to pay, my internet, so clearly I didn't need to activate the card. But I thought that this was the customer service number that was provided to me in the email along with the card details. So it's not like I looked up on the internet for the number. No, it was the number that was attached to the email. Okay, so I thought it was a trustworthy number, and I thought that this was trustworthy people. Okay. So anyway, long story short, it went from 125 down to 35. And I didn't discover that until Thursday when the power was restored. Okay? So I'm on the phone. And at this time, I didn't know how the money disappeared. Okay? I didn't know that was a fraudster agent. All right? So I'm steady calling the same number. All right? Calling the same number. And I get somebody. And, They were pretty rude, and they ended up hanging up on me after they already received the details to the card and everything. Okay, so I have to call back, and I go through this like freaking 5 or 6 times. Okay, not knowing that these are fraudsters, bro. All right, not knowing that the number that I have been provided was a fraudster number. Okay, so each time I'm giving them the card information because I thought that that's what is required, all right, to have this physical card sent out to me. I'm like, there's $125 on this card, bro. I need that money so that I can get a money order to pay my rent. And there's other things that I need, okay? At this time, I needed the tiger needed more food. He needed litter. There was all kinds of things that I needed, all right? As the Father supplied, different things here and there, like, oh my God. So anyway, to make a long story short, on Friday, it had went from $35 down to 67 cents. Okay. And so I was just heartbroken. I was heartbroken. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, Father, how are you going to bless me and then just allow it to be taken from me? I was not able to get a money order for the rent. So now, what date was Wednesday? Not Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday. Because I was tripping, bro. Okay, so Thursday was the 22nd. That's when the power was restored. And then the 23rd, okay, was Friday. All right. And so I'm tripping. I'm like, oh my God, time is running out. And then I had to literally go another whole week, not knowing how the hell I'm going to pay my rent. Whether or not, this person that tried to help me before, is going to get my emails about how the money was stolen, like, oh my gosh, bro. And I did not get to pay the rent or nothing like that, but I was able to pay the past due balance for the internet. And if I hadn't have done that, the net would have been cut by now. Okay, so I see the goodness of the Father, but it's not without being in fire. Like, I'm constantly in this fire. Okay, I have his peace, but yet I haven't had rest from the fire. I'm constantly facing these mountains, okay? Like, I am still facing a mountain, to keep it 100% real, because the internet bill is going to be due tomorrow, all right? Because it just turned, by my PC, it just turned 12:04, so it's registering 6:29, and on 6:30, my internet bill is going to be due. Okay, which is $54 and some change. And I don't have any extra money to pay for that, okay? The anonymous donation that was sent to my email was for $108, okay? And again, I was not able to get a money order with these card details. So I was kind of throwing a fit a little bit with the father, and crying, like bawling my eyes out, like, Father, what is this? What is this? Like, what are you doing to me, Father? Like, oh my God, like this, like, why does this gotta be so complicated? What is going on here? Why so many barriers? Why so many complications? And then it was upon my spirit, ask your dad to help you out with this. Because all the time before, it was in my spirit to not talk to my folks about it, okay? I was not even to mention to my folks whatsoever what I was doing, okay? But at this moment in time, it was in my spirit, like this subtle voice was like, now, tell your dad that you have the money, the card details in your email, and that you're unable to get a money order with the card details, and see what your dad says. So that's what I did, okay? That's what I did. I listened, and I was like, okay, well, yeah, that's not the same thing as going to my dad asking him to pay my rent. I actually have the money that I can give to him. So if there's I know that he does shopping online all the time, okay, because he always talks about it. So it was perfect, okay, but it was unexpected. I never expected that, the father was gonna, speak to my spirit and be like, reach out to your dad. Because all of this time before, all month long, it was in my spirit to, kind of fall back, okay? And don't ask me how I know these things. It's just so easy for me to follow what's within me, okay? So, that being said, my dad ended up helping me out with that. And he verified that, yeah, there was money on the card. He was actually the one that told me it was 108, because initially I thought it was 100. But he said it was $108 on the card. And he was happy. He was able to get what he wanted. And he initially sent me 60 up front. And then when I gave him the card details, and then he called me back as he was, trying to utilize it, and telling me that he's going to send me another 48. So I was really, really happy that the card details went through, that it wasn't hacked. I knew not to mess with them freaking vanilla customer service people again. I didn't even attempt to call them, But I was racking my brain before that, And as soon as I quieted down and just began, to just scroll my wall a little bit, and I was looking at some of the posts that was, I was coming across. And I don't mean to get sidetracked, but damn, Facebook, it really irritates me sometimes. Even though this was positivity, all of these positive quotes and whatnot, I like that, but at the same time, it annoys me sometimes, most of the time. But at that particular time, it was useful, because it was helping to calm me down. All the posts that I came across, it was basically confirmation and giving me encouragement. But I also see the tactics of Facebook and how they're suppressing the flow of information from my friends that I have hand selected, Okay? I have a network of friends that I get a lot of information from. Okay? And more and more and more, Facebook has suppressed that. So now, if I want to get any of their information, I'm literally having to go to their profile and scroll their profile to get their information, because Facebook is suppressing the truth. Okay, they're allowing inspirational quotes all day long, but they don't want you to see no real truth. They don't want the spread of truth. They're suppressing the truth, and I see how they're doing that. I see their tactics, all right? And though they're using some positivity in replacement of it, I still see that they're slowing the flow of information. So, that being said, it's like, Facebook, y'all need to quit, bro. Because you ain't going to stop this truth. Those of us that are diligent in seeking for information and, being a lover of truth, we are going to go where we need to go to get said truth. Okay, we're going to be led by way of the Spirit, one way or another. So though you're slowing the flow of information, on our wall, which is highly super freaking annoying, but it is what it is. We live in Satan's kingdom. Alright, so we gotta put up with all of this. We gotta put up with Satan trying to silence us and slow the flow of information and all of these things. We gotta put up with all of their freaking meaningless ads that they put on all social media. We got to put up with their forced ads of flesh and blood. Every time I get a receipt from grocery shopping, every time I get a grocery shopping receipt, there's freaking flesh and blood on the back of it. Like, bro, and my mail. Every time I'm checking my mail, you get your sales papers and stuff. And they always got to include all of this flesh and blood. I am sick of it, bro. I'm sick of it. The time of the Gentiles is over. Alright? You guys have had your reign. You've had your rule already. Okay? It's time for you to step down. There's fast food restaurants all over the freaking place selling the dead flesh and blood, the mutilated body parts of all the innocent creatures upon the face of the earth. And you think you're going to continue this, and you're forcing your freaking ads down people's throat. I'm sick and tired of it, bro. I'm tired of this system. I'm tired of this world, okay? And so I'm here to shatter strong delusions and false realities, okay? And as I do this, I trust in the Most High, my power to supply all of my wants and all of my needs. You see this big bag of tobacco? You see this? It smells so good. Oh my gosh. Let me open it right quick. Let me open it. Actually, I'm going to open this one, because I put it in a smaller bag. I'm not going to open a big bag. I'm going to take a picture for you. It's Smoker's Outlet. Okay? It's called Smoker's Outlet. Your hometown smoke shop. Blue. Premium pipe tobacco. Okay? Premium pipe tobacco. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. And after smoking freaking butts for 3 days, and I got this tobacco before the Father ever even blessed me with putting it upon my spirit to ask my dad if he would help me, because at this time I had no idea how I was going to pay my rent. I had just got done bawling my eyes out, okay? I was bawling my eyes out, and then all of a sudden the tobacco shows up, I got my new bank card in the mail, because my bank card was hacked as well. I don't know if I don't think I was able to tell y'all that. I think I did in a YouTube post. I posted on YouTube. I don't think that many people seen it, based upon the reactions on it. But I had no idea how I was going to pay the rent when I received the tobacco and my bank card. Okay, because let's see, I think that was Friday. Okay, that was this past Friday, and again, I didn't know that it was a fraud agency. Okay, this was Friday on the 23rd. Okay, so Friday on the 23rd, I called again. Okay, the number ending in 08, the number that was provided to me. And what I had to call because of the $35 being in there. I'm like, so I called because of that, and also because the power was restored, and I was still trying to figure out how I was going to get the physical card, because I kept checking the freaking mail. I kept walking up there checking the freaking mail to my mailbox. The mailbox is not near me. I literally have to walk to the freaking courtyard, by the office, and that's where the freaking mailbox is at. And it was never in the mail. Okay, so on Friday I ended up calling because, well, Thursday I called because it had went down to $35. Well, Friday I called because I still didn't have a card, a physical card, and I was letting them. I was like, what are you gonna do about this? Because somehow somebody has hacked the card. And so they were like, well, we'll refund the 180. So I was expecting the refund of the 180, but I was like, but if you put it on the same card with the same card details, then that means that somebody can still use that. Like, how is it going to be secure? Because obviously somebody has that information. They have the information to that card. And they were like, well, do you have a bank card that you can provide where we can transfer the funds from the card to your bank card? And I said, well, I have a Cash App card. And they were like, well, Cash App won't work. And I said, okay, well, I do have a bank card. And that's when I got my bank card. Now, keep in mind, yes, I know a lot of you probably like, damn, why are you so naive? Because I don't have a wicked-ass mind that's thinking to freaking scam people, okay? And I was calling the number that was included in the freaking card details in the email that was sent to me to help me, okay? So how was I supposed to know that that was a fraudster number? So anyway, that's why I gave them the card details to my bank card. All right, the card number, the freaking expiration date, the security code on the back, and I was told that the funds would be transferred in less than 3 business days. Okay, well, that was that. That was Friday. Okay, and at this particular time there was only 67 cents on the card. And I definitely didn't want them to reload freaking 180 back on there, because I needed to be able to get a freaking money order, and I didn't want nobody freaking draining the dang money from me, okay? So that was my motivation for giving the card details. I'm thinking that is a legit company, and that they're gonna do what they say that they were gonna do, okay? I had no idea that they were gonna hack my bank. Okay, like my bank account, and try to use my card, alright? But this is exactly what they tried to do Friday evening. So Friday evening, I get a text from my bank asking me that I tried to spend 56 cents from my bank, or from my card. And I said no. I texted back and I said no. and it said thank you. We're gonna close your card out now. All right. So let me go. Let me go make sure I'm saying exactly what it said. Let me see. Where the hell is it? Oh, yeah, here it is. All right, so yeah, this was on June 23rd at 4:38 p.m. Okay, 4:38 p.m. My bank fraud customer service texted me. Did you attempt 52 cent at Walmart? With my card number ending in my card number, okay? It says reply yes or no. And I replied no. And it said, thank you. Your card is temporarily locked. We will call, or you may call. And so I called the number. All right, I called the number, and I wanted to verify because I don't like text message stuff like that. So I wasn't going to give them any information, and they assured me they weren't going to ask for any information. They just wanted to verify that I did not try to use my bank card. And he asked me if I got a text, and I said yes, I did. I got a text. That's why I'm calling now. And he said, well, I hope you said no in the text. And I said, yes, sir, I did. And he was like, great, that's really good that you did that, because we can go ahead and close out your card. He's like, the fastest that we can do that, the better it is. And I said, yes, sir. And I didn't have no money in my bank account anyway, so that it actually protects me being poor, because like, bro, when you can't get blood from a turnip. All right, you trying to steal from somebody that ain't got nothing. All right, that's crazy. All right, and you know what's even crazier is the fact that each and every one of these agents knew my situation. This is the cold hearts of people upon this earth. Every single one of them knew I was facing eviction, because I let them know. I was like, look, it's very important that I get the physical card, because I cannot get a money order with the card details. I let them know. See, every single time I'm having to go through this long ass spiel. So for 2 days I was on the phone with customer service, not knowing I was speaking to fraudsters the whole entire time. Okay, and so anyway, long story short, my bank helped me out. They actually expedited me a new card, and I didn't have to pay for it. Usually it's a $40 fee. I didn't have to pay a dime. They expedited it to me for free, okay? They charged $40 and then they took it off for free, okay? That's the Most High. That's the eternal living power, all right? And I got the card today. I wasn't expecting it today, but it arrived today. They sent it out on Monday, okay? It shipped on Monday, all right? And I got an email that I just seen yesterday, and I was kind of distraught with the email, because the email was letting me know your card shipped on Monday and should be arriving to you within 2 weeks. All right? So in my mind, I'm like, 2 weeks? Like, that's too late. 2 weeks from now, I'll be homeless. Like, I need that card now. And that's what the guy had told me. He told me that he was going to expedite it, but the email was contrary to what he said, okay? And then next thing I know, I got a knock on my freaking door today, okay? And it's the card, and it's the box of tobacco that my ex-girlfriend sent me. Now, she sent me 2 freaking 16-ounce bags, okay? Do you know how long this tobacco is going to last me? And it's premium tobacco at that, like really good stuff, all right? 2 big boxes of freaking tubes. These have 250 tubes each. Okay, that's 500 tubes. All right, and 2 pounds of tobacco. All right. Oh my God. Mm. The TP that she sent me is better quality than the TP I normally buy myself. Okay, I normally buy Irresistible. It's 12 rolls for $5. Okay, at the little cocksaver up here. She got me great value, but it's really good TP. Is like really really soft. Okay, like hella freaking soft. Very quilted. Is bruh, I ain't had no softer TP than that. Alright? It's very soft. I love it. And 12 rolls of paper towels. Alright? Like, these huge ass rolls. Like, bruh, I'm gonna be set with paper towels and toilet paper for at least a month or so. Or the TP for at least a month or so. And the paper towels at least for a couple of months. Like, these blessings, I have to talk about it. I gotta bring the praise reports. Okay, this is the Most High working on my behalf. Okay, so though I talk about all my circumstances and my struggles and all of those things, I love to bring forth the messages of praise and honor to my Maker. Be right back. Gotta get some more water. So, one of these days, bro, I'll fast. I just don't know when, man. I just don't know when. I have a desire to do so, and it's another thing. It's like when I do my fruit fast, there's certain types of fruits that I want. Oh my God, this reminds me. The other day I bought 3 peaches. I only got to eat one of them, and the other 2 went bad. I was so pissed. I'm like, Father, I cannot wait. I can't wait till you restore our land to us, to where your fruit just grows. The fruit that you created in the beginning, and you blessed, and you told it to freaking multiply. Like the fruits, they grow with the seeds. They grow upon the earth, for us to freely eat. All right, I can't wait till it goes back to that, bro. I am so sick of this system. They're selling us things that rot within freaking a couple of days. Like, what the hell? As soon as it gets to my house, like, how in the hell is it gonna rot within 3 days, bro? I bought 3 peaches. Like, damn, I didn't eat them once per day. Like, damn, I wanted to hold on to them for a little bit. I was eating my grapes and, my cherries and, I wanted to savor my freaking peaches. I ate one of them, but I didn't want to just eat them all up at, back to back to back. Bro, it irritates me. So anyway, I've been wanting a seeded watermelon for several years now. That I have not, an organic one, okay? And they just don't sell them in the freaking stores anymore. Not in any of the stores that I shop at. So it's like, bro, they done did a number on this earth, bro. These Gentiles, these heathens, these worst of the freaking heathen, they done messed up everything. They done took everything from us, and left us with nothing. And I'm tired, I'm tired of this system. But the Father has raised up his people. He's raised up his hidden ones in these days. And we're here to shed light on these things, on all the atrocities, because I'm a living witness, okay? I am a living witness, beholding the atrocities against all humanity and all creation. I am part of the humanity that has been downtrodden and had everything stolen from me and my people, and I am on the bottom. Me and my people are on the bottom economically, and this was done systematically. And many of you self-righteous evangelical Christians, you want to bury your head in the sand and act like, it doesn't exist. You want to act like we're crazy, or we're just pulling the race card. You know damn well we have not been restored as a people. You are freaking deluding yourself, okay? You have a cold heart towards us that needs to melt if you want to be spared this great tribulation that is here, okay? And you ain't got much time left. As a matter of fact, I made a post today, and I'm going to read this post, and I'm going to be done. I'm going to get the heck up off of here, all right? Because I basically talked about everything that was on my heart. I gave the praise report. I'm going to be going to go get a money order tomorrow to pay the rent. I'm also going to get a money order for July. Because hell is right around the corner anyway, and I don't want to go through this again, okay? So yeah, it's just 2 days. It was the first is Saturday, so I might as well just pay out, because Monday would be the 3rd, and I'll just be going through this all over again next week on the freaking 6th of Thursday, okay? Be having a late fee added and crap, if it's not freaking paid. So I might as well just go ahead and get the money order for July. There's enough to do that, with $108. So altogether, that's going to be $78. It's going to leave me $30 from that. And my dad has sent me $30 the other day because of the power outage, and he wanted to help me out a little bit. So he sent me $30. I didn't ask him for it, okay? I didn't ask him for $30, but he was like, I'm going to send you $30, and so he did, okay? So I have $60, all right? $60 left over after I paid the rent with the late fees. I ain't got to worry about TP. I ain't got to worry about toilet paper. I ain't got to worry about tobacco or tubes. So I have $60. I need, what I really need is cleaning supplies. That's what I'm going to use the $60 for. Cleaning supplies, and I'm going to get some wet food for Tiggy, because she also sent a bag of food for Tiggy, okay? So he has a bag. He has about a little over half a bag of what I have bought him with the last the last assistance that I got, which I think that was cash. Yeah, that was cash that I ended up buying that bag of food for him along with the litter. But he needs wet food and he needs more treats. Alright, so I'm going to be going to get that tomorrow for him, along with cleaning supplies, because I need dish detergent, I need sponges, I need Clorox wipes, I need laundry soap, bath stuff, and what else? I think that was it for that. Yeah, and so I should be able to get all of that with $20 maybe. And if so, then I should be able to get a bottle of wine and possibly some herb. Let's see, because it wouldn't be enough. It wouldn't be enough to pay the internet. So, I've really been craving a bottle of wine, and I really would like some herb. I can't get the premium herb, but I can get some popcorn herb for $20. if I can find somebody with a card that's willing to help me. But yeah, the person that was helping me before, for some reason she told me it would be 40 tonight, and I don't know why she would say that. It was in my spirit to, look up the number and call them and ask them if they were still doing the shake for $20. And they say, yeah, well, we're doing the shake for $10 and popcorn bud for $20. So clearly she lied to me. People just trying to take advantage of you. Like, I'm not trying to take advantage of nobody. I always offer to give her. I always offer to break her off some, for getting it for me, but she never takes any. But I don't know if I should bring it to her attention that I know that they got the popcorn herb for 20, because I don't think she really wants to, do it for me. She just does it because of who she knows I am. She's a good-hearted person overall. I mean, she does it, but she doesn't want to, but she does it anyway because she knows that the Father is watching. She knows who I am because she's been around me long enough, so she knows my character. She knows that I'm a child of the Most High, even though she don't really like me, okay? Like, I'm very weird to her. We got nothing in common, but, if I ask her to help me, she will. But like I said, she told me it was $40, and I don't know why she would say that, so... Anyway, that being said, let me go ahead and get to this post so I can get the heck up off of here. Because I'm long-winded, bro. I can talk for a long time. Alright, and this is about the fourth part of the earth, okay? Just scroll down here a little bit, because I post a lot of stuff, but, the stuff I post is to help people, and it goes completely ignored. And, so anyway, here it is. The Americas is the fourth part of the earth. It was the land of promise. It was the land separated by many waters. We were set apart from the other nations. The three parts, Asia, Europe, Australia's, and Africa, the Gentiles weren't given access to the fourth part till the time known as the, quote, half of time. This is when those of the revised Roman Empire was allowed to come to the fourth part of the earth and rain down destruction upon the land and the inhabitants thereof. There was only a certain allotted time for them to do this. They've had many opportunities to restore the people they have destroyed. Instead of repenting to the eternal power for having been used by the demonic realm to rape, rob, and murder us, stealing everything from us, and placing us on the bottom of their economic system, they continuously persecute us. They continue to look their nose down upon us. They continue to mistreat us, and they continuously refuse to restore us. What do you think is in store for them? A rapture? You think they're going to get to float up to heaven and live with Jesus in the clouds for eternity? Better think again. All right, and I put these images here. The fourth part of the world is a picture of a book, okay? The fourth part of the world. The race to the ends of the earth and the epic story of the map that gave America its name. Okay? This is a book. All right, and it connects to Revelation 6:8. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. They have done this, and I have come out with several videos about this, okay? This is another book. Almost unbearing, thrilling, and elegant and thoughtful account. Lester's in a masterful talent. Alright? Simon Winchester, author of The Map That Changed the World. This is the same book that we just seen, the fourth part of the world, okay? Same book, fourth part of the world. Almost unbearably thrilling, and elegant and thoughtful account. Lester's is a masterfully talent. Simon Winchester, author of The Map That Changed the World, one of this year's most captivating and richly detailed historics. Seattle News Tribune. Okay, the Earth is divided into three parts, one of which is called Asia. The second, Europe. But Asia and Europe is connected, okay? It's Eurasia for a reason, alright? It's one landmass, alright? It's one continent, alright? So, the third, they say the third is Africa, but it's also the Australias and whatnot, alright? Because that's apart from the Americas, okay? The Australias is not a part of the Americas. The Americas is the fourth part, and the others is the three parts, okay? Apart from these three parts of the world, there exists a fourth part beyond the ocean, which is unknown to us, okay? Isidore of Seville. Etymologies, okay? C 600 AD, alright? Here is the remarkable saga of medieval Europeans exploring and imagining their way toward a new understanding of the, quote, globe, but it's not a freaking globe, it's the world, okay? Their new understanding of the world, okay? Prize-winning author Toby Lester tells the tale by deftly decoding DEFTLY, decoding one of the most extraordinary maps of all time, the Waldseemüller map of 1507, okay? Often described as America's birth certificate. The map introduced Europeans to the New World and gave this strange new place a name, America. Lester sweeps, I don't even know how to pronounce this, bro. Kaleidoscopically over the map to reveal the characters, discoveries, and social forces that gave us our modern worldview. Beautifully written, vividly told, full of surprises, and people with such ostracized thinker, or no, outsized. It's hard for me to see this. Let me get it bigger. Alright, and people with such outsized thinkers and explorers such as Marco Polo, Petrucci, Columbus, Vespucci, Copernicus. The fourth part of the world is a dazzling rich journey that will forever change the way you see the world around you. Okay? First Nephi 13. And it came to pass that I looked and beheld many waters, and they divided the Gentiles from the seed of my brethren. And it came to pass that the angel said unto me, Behold, the wrath of the Most High is upon the seed of my brethren, Gentiles, upon the land of promise. And I beheld the wrath of the Most High, that it was upon the seed of my brethren, and they were scattered before the Gentiles and were smitten. This connects to Deuteronomy 28. Again, I done brung this out several times on my channel, okay? Promised lands, alright? The origins of American racism, okay? Enter Columbus, alright? But meanwhile, the apocryphal Esdras, which was, by the way, a special book of importance to many new Christians, has a good deal to say about the original lost tribes, and this could not have passed lightly under Columbus's somewhat mythical gaze. Alright, surely he saw special meanings for his own times and for himself in this passage in 2 Ezra 13, 2 through 5. And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, and it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice, like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire. And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men that came out of the sea. All right, and it cuts out, it kind of cuts off. I can read, but this warlike multitude is subdued by the man from the sea. And then another multitude, a peaceable one, comes to him, whereof some were glad. Alright? So, this is just another confirmation that the worst of the heathen was allowed to come over here to the fourth part. Alright? Now, here's another book, okay? I don't know the name of this book, but it's talking about Verrazano's voyage, okay? True to the scripture, many more followed, and some of this is cut off. Alright, some of it is cut off, but I'm gonna read the part that's not cut off, where it says, y'all see this, and it has fingers pointing down. Jesuit priests also arrived from the old world. However, they were much more interested in converting the Indians than feeding them, for the French Catholic Church wanted to establish a utopian Christian community in the colony. Little did they know that the Savior himself had once walked these lands, and that these were his people, remnants of the house of Israel from the tribe of Joseph, and that this was their promised land, a land the Lord would not take from them, notwithstanding the upcoming trials they were about to endure. See, they put here would not take from us. Well, it was stipulated on whether we were going to keep the laws or not, okay? Whether we would keep his eternal law of love and life, okay? And clearly the Israelites did not do that, so the worst of the heathen were allowed to come over here and destroy it and us, okay? Now, the next time that our land is restored to us, it will be forever. Okay, it will be for eternity. It will be because the earth is about to elevate. Okay, the earth is elevating as it is right now. That's why there's all this pole shift thing going on, and that's why we're in the freaking paradigm shift and all of these things. Okay, the destroyer is on his way and all of that, because bro, the earth has to go through a purging. Okay, it has to go through a purging with this elevation. Okay, we're going into a higher dimension, a higher frequency. Okay, and all those that refuse to have love in their heart, they're about to be purged up off of this earth. Okay, and those of us that have love in our heart, and the ones that are sealed of the Messiah, we have the seal of the Lamb of the Messiah in our foreheads. We are going to be protected. Okay, we're going to be protected while people are dying left and right. Okay, 1,000 shall fall at thy right hand or thy left hand, hand, and 10,000 at thy right hand, okay? But none of the trouble shall come nigh thee. No death shall come nigh us, okay? We're just gonna behold it with our eyes. We're gonna see the reward of the wicked, okay? Not that we're wishing this upon anybody. No, we're not. I don't wish death and destruction upon anybody. But I am here to tell you what your fate is going to be if you refuse to change your heart. Okay? That's what I'm here for. The Father rose us up for a reason, and we're here to let you know that judgment is here for you, alright? So he don't raise us up until the freaking end, alright? He always raises up his hidden ones right before destruction hits, okay? So his word is going forth in the earth right now. I behoove you to give ear and listen, okay? It behooves you to humble yourself, okay? Now, I got one more I'm about to read to you right quick. All right. In America, rediscovered in the 15th century and repopulated in the 17th, was recovered Egypt and the Promised Land, or the land of the constellation of the eagle. Okay? So, is another confirmation about the revised Roman Empire, okay? Rediscovering it in the 15th century, repopulated in the 17th century. When you go back in history, you see empty cities, okay? You see all of these well-established buildings and whatnot. When they had to, as a matter of fact, when they had the World Fair, all right, all of these freaking buildings and all of that was already here. It was already established, okay? And when they got rid of the, see, I have my thoughts on how some of the inhabitants went in underground caves and caverns, bro. There's underground cities, okay? And these words to the heathen, they know about this, okay? They know about the underground caves and caverns and underground cities and all of that, okay? So anyway, I'm sure that the Father has places on this earth where some of the righteous were able to go, all right? And they've been safe probably this whole damn time, all right? So anyway, I said all of that to say, bro, there were empty cities. A lot of these empty cities that was repopulated by the orphan trains, okay? So they brung all of these, European orphan children to the Americas, all right? And this is how they repopulated the Americas, with orphan children. And, some of these children were like, you know how the Cabbage Patch Kids and all of that, grown, systematically. They had children incubators and stuff like that. There were no freaking Hebrew babies there. They ain't had none of us. No, this was all the European babies, okay? So, this was done right here in the Americas, people. All right? They were repopulating the cities, and they blew up a lot of our greatness, things that they couldn't hide, certain things about, they blew it up, or they would make it freaking off limits to the general public, like the Grand Canyon. There's different places in the Grand Canyon that's literally off limits to the general public, and that's because, these have freaking Egyptian artifacts. It tells you too much. It would go against their narrative. So they use their power and their authority to block these things off from the general public, so that they can keep their status quo. All right. If they didn't do that, then they would not be able to keep their status quo, because people would be stumbling upon this. The same thing with the flat earth. You can't go further than something parallel. I forget what it is. I'm trying to get the hell off of here, bro. Something north parallel. I forget exactly where it is, But you like they will if you don't stop, they get freaking armed, um like warships, okay, that will come after you. All right, they will come after you, and they will turn you away, okay, at gunpoint. All right, so if they didn't do this, and they allow people to just explore on their own, at their own detriment, because hell, it's some treacherous. You know, if you could go, it's very treacherous. Okay, and you would need a lot of equipment. You would need a lot of help. You wouldn't, bruh. So anyway, there's plenty of ancient stories about ancient explorers that did this before, and they talk about the treachery. All right, they talk about the extreme cold, the extreme weather. Okay, it's crazy. All right, so I definitely wouldn't want to go. That's for damn sure. All right, but once you get past it, is said that Admiral Byrd actually found the firmament. Okay, he went to one of the end of the earth. All right, he got up over the ice wall because he did Operation High Jump. All right, and then he did Operation Deep Freeze. Okay, when he did Operation Deep Freeze, that was making the trek all the way from getting up on that ice plateau and walking all the way till he couldn't go no further, and there's a barrier. Okay, they call it sky ice. Okay, and so they've been testing this so-called quote sky ice for a long damn time, man. I ain't afraid to talk about this stuff. All right, I know there's some people be like, bro, with the amount of stuff and the amount, because I've been led by way of the Spirit to uncover all of this stuff. All right, I had a lot of questions. I was curious about a lot. All right, so anyway, bro, I said all of that to say you're listening to the wrong people. All right, you're listening to the enemy. You're listening to the worst of the heathen that then set themselves up in authority, and their time is now up. Okay, the Father's hidden ones have been risen. He is validating his people, as my whole trust and faith is in my power to sustain me. Okay, the living power is going to sustain me. That's my power. Okay, my power is the living power. All right, and that power lives within me. Okay, lives within me and in all of creation. All right. So that being said, bro, I love you, all of you, despite how you view me, despite how you treat me, despite how many of you ignore me, despite how many of you may even be listening to see when I'm gonna have a downfall. Many of you probably listen to see me be homeless. Like you just waiting for me to be homeless. I was feeling the vibes from that, for a long time. I'm feeling the vibes from people like they can't wait to see me going away from YouTube. They can't wait to see me homeless. They can't wait to see me just utterly destitute, so that they can gloat and be like, yeah, we knew the Father wasn't with you, But I literally have humbled myself before the eyes of my Maker. And I literally love the Most High. I love the Messiah. I literally do my best to keep the eternal laws of love and life. I don't do anything to anybody that I wouldn't want done to myself. I treat everybody the way that I would want to be treated. Okay? And I refrain from all sexual immorality. So all of you people that say you're righteous, what beef do you think you should really have with me? You know, you may want to let go of your dogmatic belief systems because it's a stumbling block to you, and that breaks my heart. It saddens me. It doesn't anger me. It saddens me because I know that you're going to face judgment. The more you continuously judge me, the more judgment you storing up for yourself. You know, because you have no idea how I have humiliated myself to the Father, Mother. You have no idea how I walk in obedience. And so you really want to tread carefully, okay? Because you never know how somebody really truly lives their life. I am not on here telling you one thing and living another, okay? I literally live what I speak. So examine your own heart, okay? Let go of your dogmatic belief systems because it's holding you back from elevating. It's making you judgmental. It's making you hateful. And this is not of the Father. You're being used of Lucifer. Shalom.